Welcome back to Slothbox. I'm Lyndon Dixon. This is the review show of all the big boxing that happened at the weekend. And yeah, there was some in America, some in Bournemouth on a Sunday evening, but we'll start over in America with that massive fight. What people were calling could be one of the fights of the year between Regis Prograis and Devin Haney. And for me, that was a great fighter, losing to an incredible fighter as Devin Haney won every single round, including putting him down in round 3. So yeah, it was just devastating. I just couldn't believe it as I was watching it, staying up on Sunday morning. Yeah, real great performance, and it just begs the question of how far can he go, because he's already achieved greatness in the sport of boxing, but at such a young age, I feel like there's so much for him to tick off, because he moved up a weight division and then puts on a boxing masterclass like that. What else can he do in this sport? I mean, he's beat Lomachenko already, Kambosos Jr. twice, and now he stepped up a weight and beat the champion. Really, really exciting future for him. He's already been called out by Ryan Garcia and Josh Taylor straight after the fight, and a few more to add on to that list. But I think he's been ordered to fight Prograis' initial mandatory before he moved aside Sandor Martin. So yeah, real interest in 2024, and what was supposed to be one of the fights of the year, really a beatdown, really, from Haney. But elsewhere on the card, Ebony Bridges, who broke the internet during her weigh-in. She broke her winning streak in the ring. She lost to Mio Yoshida, and it was pretty convincing, to be fair. Ebony Bridges looked like she lacked some ideas. It just seemed to go wrong. I'm sure she'll come back again a lot stronger, but yeah, it didn't look great that night. But Andy Cruz is one of the highlights of the night for me. In his second fight, he beat Giovanni Strafon, a seasoned Mexican, in round 3. He just dismantled him, just got rid of him that easy. Straight after Eddie Hearn was on Instagram Live with Keyshawn Davis, another young prospect in the same division. Davis saying that he wants that fight early 2024. Eddie Hearn saying we can do it in the next couple of weeks, because Cruz didn't really break a sweat. But definitely a fight to look out there, even though Andy Cruz saying that no thank you, like he's looking elsewhere, he's got bigger things. He's already beaten many times in the amateurs, so interesting to see where Andy Cruz is going to go and how many times he's going to fight, because he's already fought for international belts in his second fight. So is he going to be fighting 7 or 8 times, or is it going to be 3 or 4 fights, but massive fights? I'm really interested to see what happens there. But Sunday evening, something we don't really see a lot in the UK, but something I hope we see a little bit more of. It was the Boxer card. Bit of a weird card, in my opinion. There was some good fights, but then some fights that were a bit too high up on the card, in my opinion, but still decent night of boxing. We'll start with the man that was on earliest out of the fights I'm going to pick out, Ben Whittaker. KO of the year, maybe, but I would say KO of the year, but just the opposition for me. He's such a good boxer. Now's the time not to just be feeding these journeymen to him. We need to put him in proper tests, proper fights that mean something. And then I think we'll just see him take it to the next level, because he looks classes above the people that he's in with now. So to put him in with someone that's just that level above he's been fighting, levels, I think we'll see the same from him. He's going to look a lot better. But yeah, the main event was quite strange. It was in Bournemouth, so it's Chris Billam-Smith against Masternak for Billam-Smith's title. And yeah, just a bit strange. Billam-Smith looked a bit sluggish in there, a bit slow at times. But he was gradually starting to break Masternak down. Even though Masternak was winning by the time he retired on the stool after the 7th round with a broken rib. Now that begs the question, what would have happened in those later rounds? And it's one of those bittersweet moments in boxing where we'll never know, but the question will always be there. But Billam-Smith didn't look his best, but still got the win. And that's all that matters in this sport, because the outcome of the result doesn't tell the story of the fight, but it's the result that we'll remember. So yeah, real interesting night of boxing, because what's next for Billam-Smith? Is he going to fight Riakporhe? I mean, that's the fight that we all want. That's the fight everyone's talking about. What's next for Ben Whittaker? Is he going to make that step up? What's next for Haney? What's next for Cruz? Does Bridges come back? A lot of interesting outcomes to those fights when we're talking about the future and next year. So yeah, a real big weekend of boxing in both the US and the UK. I've been Lyndon Dixon. This has been the review show, talking about all the big boxing at the weekend. Make sure you're checking us out next week, because we've got a massive card. Bam Rodriguez, Sonny Edwards. You don't want to miss this one. I've been Lyndon Dixon. I'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.